Hello and welcome to another edition of Stock Watch. So as we get into the back end of the trading week, we're hearing a lot of noise coming out of Europe in the quest for the airline industry to get back on its feet. You know, when the vaccination rollouts were happening, there was a really buoyant message on the stock price, at least for a lot of the airlines such as EasyJet, Ryanair and other European airlines, Air France and Lufthansa to name a few. Even Boeing, and Airbus have been lifted by the recent, lifting of restrictions. But, we are looking at now a little bit of a slowdown because flights are actually being cancelled. Or most importantly, a lot of airlines are giving passengers the opportunity to cancel their flights at no extra cost because of the ripple effect of a possible third wave sweeping Europe at least. So, we've got a lot of countries that are still having high infection rates for the COVID-19 pandemic, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down, unfortunately. So it is being affected in the stock price for some airlines. But, we have, as I said, passenger jets like Ryanair that have been, obviously have seen a vast improvement from this time last year when the pandemic was really starting to kick in. Ryanair did recently say that it carried a total of nearly 2 million passengers in the month of May, and that was up, just nearly 1 million from the same time last year. So, as I said, the COVID restrictions have been lifted, but you have to wonder for how long. It has actually operated over 12,000 flights in May, and it has really been seeing almost an 80% capacity for those flights as well. So very significant figures. But what's more important is that it is actually down 75% from this time last year. So it is, as I say, still feeling the effects of the pandemic. But the most important thing is, the UK is a very big tourist attraction for other European countries, and at the moment there's not enough countries on the green list for this traffic light system that is in play in the UK to other European destinations. So we'll have to wait and see if that, a lot of countries go from green to, from red to amber and then to green, or even vice versa. Some countries have been on the green list and now have gone back to amber list. So we are waiting to see what the ripple effects will be on the stocks as well, because these lists are constantly changing as well. So something to look out for in the near term. So I've got EasyJet on a daily chart at the moment, and what I'm seeing at the moment is we're trading above the Ichimoku cloud, which is very significant. We actually are pulling away, but because the prices are in between the Tenkan and Kijun lines of the base and convergent lines of the indicator, this means that the price isn't out of the woods yet from coming back down and doing another low. So at the moment we're looking to see if we're going to reach this top end of the just over the 1,000 mark, well, going up to 1,100. If it does reach this, then it can probably ignore this bearish divergence that we've seen. It's brought the prices down to the top border of the cloud, but now we're seeing a propellement to another top. So it could be a very significant move to the upside. Just looking on the 4-hour chart as well, the same kind of thing. We are trading, just getting out of this Ichimoku cloud now in the near term. If it does break, it's a nice confluence line there of the Ichimoku cloud, and an upside move is in the works at the moment. We're not seeing too much near term for divergences. As I said, this was in previous sessions. So in the near term, just waiting for more clues on the RSI to give us a little bit more of a lift. But, as I said, a lot of the news and the stock prices is driven by headlines as well. And obviously, if Ryanair and EasyJet can get out of this restriction bubble, then there'll be a lot more impetus to the upside, because obviously stocks will and business will get back on track like it did before the pandemic, and even after the first wave of the pandemic as well. So very significant there. Ryanair as well, the impetus is on the upside, and now we're looking for these local tops that we've seen previously. This was a bit of a false break, a little bit of too much of excitement, but now we're trading above 17. So it is actually looking a little bit more better for Ryanair on the near term at least. Let's just bring it down to a 4-hour chart as well. So, as I said, just keep an eye on the headlines that going through. It's very easy to do. Obviously, the vaccination rollout and the infection rates are really driving stocks as pretty much for the airline industry as well. So as you can see, very nice movement to the upside. Just waiting for this local top now to be hit, and then we can probably put fresh impetus on the upside. Not too much in the way of divergences. I was hoping that this RSI would keep pushing higher to give us some sort of clarity for the next direction. So that's what I'll be looking at in the next few trading sessions as we end the trading week as well. So just a few things to look out for. And that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me once again. If you have any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.